I was with this guy named Kyle. Okay. It's funny because me and Kyle started as enemies. He was the best fighter in our school. He didn't like me. And he actually went to my high school. And he was one of the kids that kind of fucked with me and bullied me. But we ended up connecting after we kind of like fought. Always seems to be the case. Anyways.
He's the one that had issues with you because you walked in with your head held high?
Yeah. But yeah. But he had his own issues. His dad was, military, and, it was some crazy shit. His friends would tell me stories. They'd go to his house after school. This is in high school. Think about this. A kid that's 16 years old. He brings his friends over, and his dad, literally drunk as hell, just beats the fuck out of him in front of his friends. Some fucked up shit. So I felt for the guy. He was a little twisted. But anyway, so fast forward to college, and him and I go to a party. There's this place called The View. At the time, it was good. I don't know if it's trash now or not, but I remember I walk in with him, and we're kind of just getting fucked up, right? And just drinking. And I'm standing outside. I have like the last 2 beers in the whole party, right? That's how college works, right? God knows where the hell the liquor's coming from. Half the time it's hidden in the owner's, room. Anyways, and I'm staying outside, I'm double fisting the beer, right? Some trash, piss American beer, right? Some Keystone Light or some trash like that. Terrible, by the way. I'm sitting there, and this big motherfucker, 6'9", 250, huge motherfucker, like just steroid geeked up, walks up to me. It's like, "You're holding one of my beers." I go, "No, I'm not." Right? At that point, I'm drunk, right? I'm feeling that good buzz, right? I'm at a point where Superman could have walked up to me and I would have thought I was his kryptonite, I would have stolen Lois Lane from him, that's where I was mentally. This dude's 6'9", 250, just steroided out. He's with his friend, and his friend was a mutual of mine. He tries to grab my beer. I turn away. I knock his hat off. It falls over the balcony. He pushes me, and then a group of kids form this like alleyway out into the hallway, and they want us to fight. But we end up like scruffling and fighting in the kitchen, and he throws a punch at me, and I dodge it, and his hand goes through the door. And the door, like the doors in these college areas, are paper thin. It's not like these nice wooden doors, paper thin. His hand goes through this door, and I remember everyone's like, "Oh," and we both freeze. I turn behind me, I look, and all I see is my friend Kyle's bare ass cheeks, just clapping cheeks. Just he's going to town on this other chick in the bathroom on the sink. And I'm like, "Hey, Kyle," right? And then he runs out, right? Puts his pants on. We go into the hallway, and to this day, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I dreamt this because I was in this Superman God complex mode where this dude's throwing his haymakers, right? He's this big guy. He's slow, and his lats are huge, so he can't throw a straight punch. He has to throw these haymakers. And I remember when I was looking at him, it was as if they were just slow motion. I was dodging and I was laughing because it was so slow to me. And each one I dodged, I jabbed him. And I ended up winning that. I mean, if he was smart, he would have stuck me in the ground and fucked me up, but he wasn't. So I guess that's the stereotype of the meathead. But yeah, so that happened. And then the next day we ended up going to a party, and he ends up being there, and his face is just messed up, and he's with like 6 of his boys. I'm by myself. Very fucking awkward. But fortunately, he was a good guy, and he apologized. I apologized. And we're cool now.
Wow.
That's the story. Yeah. I have a lot of those. I have some crazy fucking stories.
The craziest thing about that story, Train, is that when you said you saw a pair of ass cheeks clapping, I was like, what? Right? Because you're in the middle of a fight, and that's the whole thing.
It's some shit out of a movie, yeah.
Well, yeah. Why are there and then there's no like segue into the door was open.
No, it wasn't open. The guy punched through the door.
Oh,
and when he pulled his hand out, there's a huge hole, and I look into the hole, and it's literally just a pair of ass cheeks, and you just hear, right? He's just going to town. It was some hot shit. Yeah, it was hot as hell, but I was in my adrenaline mode, so I couldn't really get into that
Tug
mode.
one out.
I was yeah. Crazy shit.
Yeah, that's wild, man.